My dad's been preaching since the late 1970s. And he said, John, myself, other preachers, ministers that I knew, none of us could understand how a lot of the things in Daniel and Revelation and 2 Thessalonians 2 could even take place. Like it was like science fiction. He said, like, for instance, it says you can't buy or sell anywhere on the earth unless you bear the mark of the beast. He goes, well, how in the world, we're thinking, would you be able to monitor every single person on the face of the earth? That's impossible. That sounds funny to us now, right? Because of course you can monitor every single human being on the face of the earth. Of course you can. They're doing it right now. They just haven't weaponized it to that point yet. He said, this is my dad. He goes, we didn't have satellites all the way around the earth back then. I mean, you can get a cell signal in Uganda in the middle of nowhere now, right? I mean, you can talk to anybody anywhere. Mm-hmm. It talks about how the Antichrist can project his message onto the entire earth at the same time. He can basically communicate to the whole planet. And I was like, well, how in the world? He's overall going, how in the, maybe he's telepathic. My dad said that. We all thought maybe the Antichrist is telepathic. Maybe he can like get in your head and put thoughts in your head and communicate that way. We just couldn't figure it out. He goes, now we've all got these. We talked earlier about the days of Noah, and that's the way it's going to be in the end. And we talked about in the days of Noah where fallen angels thrown down to the earth, polluted the human race, everybody except Noah and his family, God flooded the earth. And the point of the devil doing that was to try to derail the birth of Christ. That was the point. If we can pollute the entire human race, we messed up the bloodline that'll eventually have Jesus Christ being born. That was the plan. God saved Noah, they failed. Noah starts it over, here we go again. You go to the beginning of the New Testament, it shows the entire bloodline of Noah all the way through Jesus Christ, all the way through the end. Beginning of Matthew shows the whole thing. So the question is, if it's going to be like it was in the days of Noah and the devil tried to pollute the whole human race, how's he going to try to do it this time? What's he going to try to do to keep Jesus from coming back where he ultimately loses? What's he going to do? Is he going to try to pollute the human race again? Maybe. How would you do that? I don't know. Tech? Maybe. Again, nobody really knows. These are question marks, but you can read it for yourself and start to put things together. My whole goal is not to convince anybody of anything. My whole goal is to make you think for a minute, go read it for yourself, because if you're alive on this earth when this starts happening and you're a Christian, you need to be able to identify what it is you are seeing.
So are you saying if you don't know what it is,
you will step in the hole? Everybody line up and get your chip. Well, this can't be the mark of the beast. We're all still here. Okay, I'll take my chip. And what does it say about people that take the mark of the beast? If you take anyone who takes the mark of the beast, their name is not written in the Lamb's book of life. That's the book. That's everybody that belongs to Jesus that's going to heaven is in the book, the Lamb's book of life. If you take that, you are not written in the Lamb's book of life. I'd say that's a pretty final move. So can you imagine if you didn't recognize that for what it was because you didn't have the discernment in you? And where does discernment come from? Does it come from you? Where does it come from? The Holy Spirit, right? So if he's not in you, and you're not able to discern that, and you walk right into that wood chipper, well, there you go. People need to think about that, because I mean, I'm telling you, with AI coming on board like it is right now, we're not that old. Very good chance. If we live out our years like we're supposed to, I think we see it.
I think about it all the time.
I think we're going to see it. And I think that's why you're seeing a revival happen amongst people. I think that's why on my little tiny scale, I get hit with particular songs which allow certain conversations to happen. I get to sit with guys like you and talk about it in front of millions of people, get them to think about it. That's my little role. Because I think it's upon us. I think it's coming.
If you're tired